Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Alma Rahma, BP number 2010851014. Okay, I want to tell you what international terrorism, violent or criminal act committed by individuals or groups who are inspired by or associated with designated foreign terrorist organizations or nation state sponsored.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tryandi Yunaz. My code name is 2010851018. I will tell you what is the domestic terrorism. Domestic terrorism is violent or criminal acts committed by individuals or groups to further ideological goals, stemming from domestic influences such as political, religious, social, racial, and environmental nature.
Hey everyone, my name is Elda Oktafia, BP 2010 Act 51022. I will deliver the matter regarding the issue of terrorists in the International Relations Department of Islam perspective is the political target of American terror in the name of capitalism. The political Islam group is a group that is at like a critical of international segregation. It is not surprising that in the US, certain departments for on the world terrorist organization we can see that long list modes fell with name of Islam organization.
What is a GAD? GAD is a terrorist group that established in 2015 by 21 terror organizations that declare allegiance to the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria or ISIS. GAD was initiated by a convicted terrorism case, Aman Abdurrahman, from inside the penitentiary. In 2014, Aman called a number of his followers to a meeting in the state penitentiary at Cilacap. In the meeting, Aman mentioned a few things concerning the establishment of the Caliphate Islamiyah in Syria and the Muslim obligation to support the Bai'ah to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Aman also presented the need to form the church container in Indonesia as a support to the Caliphate Islamiyah. The aim is to fence those who sympathize with Daulah Islamiyah who want to join to equate manhaj or understanding manhaj Daulah Islamiyah. From the time it was formed, the organization had repeatedly launched attacks on Indonesia. GAD has been responsible for the Tamrin and the Malay village attacks, the bombs in Surakarta police stations, the police headquarters of Banyumas resort attacks, the bomb on Bandung, the shootout in Tuban East Java, the bombing of the police station in Banten, and the bombing of the Oikumene Church in Samarinda, also the Makassar Cathedral bombing.
My name is Agib Naufal. Okay, I will conclude this. Tasks include international terrorists because it collaborates with international terrorist network. The Al Jazeera and the Singapore news portal, the Asia Channel News report to suspect suicide bombers detonate explosive on the Catholic church in Makassar, Indonesia, and injured 14 people at the beginning of the Easter holiday. Meanwhile, the Chinese news portal Xinhua also joined in reporting the event by calling dozens injured by an explosion outside the church in Makassar. Reuters report on the testimony of the pastor of Makassar Cathedral, Wilhelmus told that a suspect bomber tried to enter the church yard on a motorcycle only to be stopped it by security. There is also French local media, Le Figaro, which reports that an explosion occurs when the mass has just finished its worship and it caused some injuries.
So me, Athaillah Fatiha Aqil, my student number is 2010H51012, want to talk about the chronology of the Makassar Cathedral bombing. So the Makassar Cathedral bombing, whereas the case is currently happening in our country, that the bomb that exploded at 10:28 a.m., which was shortly after the second mass service was held. When the situation is happening is shortly after the person attending the first mass go and change with the person who came for the next mass or the second mass. Then the unknown person or people came, to be precise, to unknown people with a suspicious gesture. And it was because of the suspicious gesture that the security officers stopped them. But however, the explosion could not be avoided, and finally the explosion caused 20 people to be injured as of the effect after the explosion. And regarding about this bombing, according to Mr. Khairul Fahmi, and he is an observer of terrorism in Indonesia, so according to him, he said that the explosion occurred by a perpetrator who is used to being carried out by large terrorist group, and he had fairly close and long-standing relationship with the terrorists in Indonesia. He also stated that the explosion was targeting the public area, and he also asked the people and say to the people to be not to be provocate and blame certain religion for this incident.